Hey everyone, and welcome back to ICC What to Watch, where we break down the must-watch European football matches weekly. I'm your host, Chris Murch. The Premier League is finally back, and we get to see top-flight English football starting Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern when Aston Villa takes on Sheffield United. This is riveting information for football fans worldwide as the Prem hosts some of the best teams and players in the world. While it's borderline impossible for Liverpool to squander the 25-point lead they have on the table currently, there is still drama abounding in the last 9 or 10 games for many squads. Spots 4 through 7 are only separated by 5 points, meanwhile spots 6 through 14 are only separated by 9. Legitimately, more than 70% of the teams on the table have the opportunity to qualify for European play next season, so these games are going to be intense moving forward. Let's take a look at 3 matches you absolutely can't miss in the Premier League this week. Let's start with the second game of the Premier League restart with Manchester City going against Arsenal. 2 of the bigger names in world football, we will see 2 teams that were ascending at the right time before the COVID shutdown. Arsenal has not taken a loss in any league match since January, 12 straight games gaining points. Surprising given their 9th place standing currently, but with Aubameyang second in the Golden Boot race, and young talent like Martinelli and Pepe, and stalwarts like Luiz and Ozil working together, they could climb the Prem table back into European qualification. It will be an uphill battle, but if they continue their form from before shutdown, they could be very dangerous in this last month or so. We all know what Manchester City brings to the table. Despite them being in second place by a wide margin, they're still one of the best teams in the world with some of the best talent in the world with probably the best manager in the world. It's been a full decade since they finished outside of the top 5 in the Prem, and despite having a ban on Champions League play for 2 seasons, they are still alive in this year's, up a goal over Real Madrid, and have already captured 2 domestic trophies this season. Can they hold off the Liverpool championship parade for a bit longer? They're going to have to keep winning, and Arsenal will be a tough first test. Manchester United versus Tottenham. 2 giants of English and world football. Friday afternoon, we'll see a battle. Man United is currently in 5th with 45 points. Meanwhile, the Spurs are only 4 points back at 41 and 8th. So if they get 3 points, they're right in the mix of getting another Champions League berth and leapfrogging United, who desperately want to get back in the CL after missing it last season. Speaking of hot teams, United was on an absolute tear before the COVID shutdown in March, going 10 games unbeaten, advancing in Europa, advancing in FA, and gaining serious ground in the Prem. Currently, they are threatening for a top 3 or 4 finish, only 3 points off of 4th place Chelsea and 8 points off of 3rd place Leicester. With a healthy Paul Pogba back in the lineup, as well as newbie Bruno Fernandes both in the midfield, and Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial continuing to crush goals, United look to be trending upwards and could be a really tough out moving forward. Kind of hard to say the same about Tottenham, sadly, who limped into shutdown. With new manager Jose Mourinho in place, the Spurs have sort of looked out of form. They dropped points in their last 4 league matches and got absolutely smoked by RB Leipzig to bow out of the Champions League. Can they adapt to Mourinho's system and regroup to potentially get back into European play? It'll be fun to see Friday afternoon at 3:15 p.m. Eastern. Everton versus Liverpool. Now, LFC's magic number to win the league is 6. So if they beat Everton and Man City loses to Arsenal on Wednesday, Liverpool are finally champions of the Premier League for the first time. This makes this game historic if they win, which they have done 27 times this season to only 1 draw and 1 loss, which is pure insanity and should be a fun watch regardless, as Everton is a tough squad to play year in, year out. With new manager Carlo Ancelotti in tow, can Everton shake up the Prem a bit by upsetting the almost certain future champions? They'll obviously have their work cut out for them, but Liverpool should absolutely not look past Everton right to the trophy. What else is there to say about Liverpool's historic Premier season? They've ransacked the competition and have taken no prisoners. They have an amazing combination of expert goal scoring, fantastic midfield play, and defending, as well as probably the best goalkeeper in the world in Alisson. If he wasn't hurt against Atleti in the CL, we might be talking about them moving forward there, but for now, they look to be assured in obtaining the Prem trophy and maybe taking the most points ever in a season if they continue their winning ways. We're excited to have them back. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click the like button and follow us on social media at International Champions Cup on Instagram and Facebook, and at INT Champions Cup on Twitter. See you next week.